Yeah. It's Double H here with Zemerk here via Skype for this Skyfall. Skyfall.
Yeah, look, man. What do you want?
Review, basically, you know. So oh yeah, also a big recommendation. Last Results and Rebra.
The guys actually hear me.
Watch it.
Can they hear me?
Who knows? Yep. See.
Volume. Oh, look, a good friend, Mr. Halfhope. Can they hear me?
Well, we shall see. Once it's said, then we shall see. So it's all up in the air.
Cool. Yeah, you're really cool.
Anyway,
www.talkbackworld.net, where real fans roam. There's a new site, guys. Shush! Can I talk, please? There's a new site, guys. Okay. There's been a lot of glitches and people having issues signing up to the site. But this site is like, it's a beta. So obviously there's going to be a lot of issues to begin with. And hopefully over the next few weeks and months it's going to get ironed out. So keep trying. I know that there may be about 5 or 6 talkbackers have actually managed to get into the new forum. It's way better. It's the best forum that we've had. It's got all the gadgets and stuff that people like from all the different versions of forums that we've had.
Wow.
Been hacked and look, it's a very hazardous place, the internet. Guys are just messing with guys out there. So, we finally got maybe a safer haven for talkbackers. So, see if you can figure it out. If you've got your old login from the old talkback site that we've been on recently, that old login should be able to get you into the new forum. But just keep trying, pulling strings and doing what you can do.
Keep trying, man. That's the thing,
Yeah. Halfhope, man, you're an amazing guy, man.
Man, that's what they say. No. So shouldn't this be about Skyfall?
They say no. I'm saying
Skyfall. So guys, the James Bond Skyfall film, it has officially out worldwide. So obviously most of the Americans should have watched it by now. Really, so yeah, the film is fully out. So let's just quickly give our thoughts on this.
Halfhope is British.
It's okay. So
Halfhope is British.
Let's give our thoughts on this. So
Halfhope is for the Queen.
Do you want me to give my thoughts? Or do you want to give your thoughts first?
I said you're British.
Skyfall. Well, to be honest, let me just give my overall thoughts first. Like, I will still say that Goldfinger is the best James Bond film, and I will easily, very happily say that this comes in as number 2 behind the Goldfinger. I believe that just what was laid down in the film. There were a few.
Halfhope, do you know that drugs are bad?
Wait, let me finish my thing, and then you can do your intro thing as well. So basically, so I think the thing with Skyfall is that there were a few things that stopped it from being like an all-time classic. A few little story elements and things that they could have done, which could have made this thing like really like an amazing film. But for what it is, for me, I feel that Casino Royale has to be one of the most overrated films I've been in a long life.
Don't bring in all that.
So I mean, no. But this is to do with Skyfall, because I believe that this is really. I think Sam Mendes really understood how to use Daniel Craig.
That was the best movie of the year, right? One of the greatest films ever. Look, please talk.
So I just think that he really understood the strengths of Daniel Craig and really how to use him well. So when you look at the music, Javier Bardem's performance, Daniel Craig's performance, the settings, the directing, the finale, the way that it was ended, the plot. Amazing. Just that again, the film did not really reach those areas which I felt it should have gone, i.e., really properly defining the villain's threats and what he did and what his kind of his plans were. That wasn't really finally done in detail. I felt there should have been much more of a final confrontation. But these are all little small things, But just that it's just so frustrating that these are just small things that I wish could have made it amazing. I still feel that as well, I think its genre and the kinds of parameters of the genre were also holding back the film from really venturing out, because I think you could just see that Sam Mendes was really venturing out into new territory that no James Bond film had ever gone before.
Okay,
So
can I flap my lips a little bit, please?
so sorry, in closing, man, I just think that for me, I would easily put this as really the second best James Bond film, easily, without a doubt.
And you know what, I've just told it that drop.
Go for it. Speak.
First of all, guys, you know, I clocked the movie yesterday, and I watched it very early in the morning. You know, I went there. I tried to get 9 o'clock showing, but I couldn't. So I was trying to miss out on all the little kids and noise and all that useless rubbish. But I got too late, so I had to watch the 10:45 screening, which was all right. I mean, there were quite a lot of people there for 10:45, to be quite honest with you. So I went there, you know, got my seats very good, you know, front of the cinema. Well, not fully on the front, but like, you know, the back of the front section. And I've never really been a James Bond guy. Like, to be honest, like, it's not my thing. Like, I don't rush to the cinema to watch James Bond, per se. I think the only movie that I've actually really been excited to see was really Casino Royale, because it looked so interesting, like the trailers. And Daniel Craig was his first one. Pretty much like how I was about GoldenEye, because that was Pierce Brosnan's first James Bond. But I've never been a James Bond guy, so let's put that out there. So my expectations were not blah, blah, blah. Okay, now that being said, Quantum of Solace, we all know what the deal was with that movie. You know, we all know the deal, so I don't need to rehash that. You know, everybody was disappointed it was what it was. Now, I wasn't really that hot on Skyfall till I saw the teaser. And when I saw the teaser, if guys who were on Talkback, www.talkbackworld.net, you are seeing the Mex post on there, I saw the teaser and I was like, oh, what the hell? I was like, oh man, this looks pretty good. I mean, when Sam Mendes got hired, I was like, okay, so we're going to get a good movie. Because he does good films. Like, you know, you look at his resume, like he does proper movies, you know, he does films, artistic films, proper films. You know, so it's like getting Werner Herzog or something to do the movie. Like, you know, you're going to get something, you know, that sort of thing. But that being said, it wasn't until I saw the teaser. Then I saw the full trailer and I was like, wow, man, this trailer is actually better than...
Whoa, really?
Yeah, look, have hope. You've talked. Frankenweenie, Tim Burton. Anyway, so...
Rises, carry on. Rises, just rise, carry on, rises. Nolan.
Yes,
Nolan.
Anyway, so I saw the second trailer and I was like, oh, this is actually... Wow, man, this is actually better than the Rises trailer. I mean, the Rises trailer was worse than Prometheus's one, but this was even better than. This was like the quality of it was like second to Prometheus. Because Prometheus was the best trailer of the year. That was the best trailer. Prometheus trailer is an all-time classic.
Currently with this thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Prometheus trailer, all-time classic. Now, then I got interested when I saw that trailer, and then I started doing more investigation for the movie, because up to that point I didn't really know anything about it. So I found out that Javier Bardem was the bad guy, and then, you know, saw his blonde hair, and then blah, 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 knew more information about the movie, Then I went in to watch this picture. I heard a lot of hype. Guys have hyped this thing, and listen, my experience is that no film that gets above 80% universal praise is ever that good. Like, it can't be, because if a movie appeals to that many people, then it's not really that unique. It can't be. Because no film that goes down a particular path hard is going to appeal to over 80% of critics and people. That's just great. It can't. So it's got to have compromised a lot to be very universally appealing, which is what you got with things like Avengers and so forth, and why I like Prometheus so much. Because Prometheus, it's on like 60% or something. The movie's amazing. That movie is an amazing movie. So,
no, it's not.
Your face, man, your face.
It's an amazing film.
Your face is no.
Damon Lindelof, carry on, yeah.
Yeah, your face. Okay, so I watched the Skyfall, and these are my thoughts. First off, it's not better than Casino Royale. Okay? Categorically not. And I was about maybe 25-30 minutes in. I was like, nah, I'm not having it. Nah, it's not better than Casino Royale. Nah. It's about 105 times better than Quantum of Solace, at least. And that's being polite, because guys did a lot of work for that Quantum of Solace. Obviously, the guys they went, they filmed, you know, they put lights and turned the camera on and everything. but 105 times better. Easily 105. Maybe 120 times better than Quantum of Solace. Because watching, I'm like, whoa. You could almost like forget that movie even happened when you watch this. It feels like, okay, now you watch Casino Royale, then you just go straight to Skyfall. Now, okay, so we wrap that up. Now, this is my thing. First of all, I'm going to say negatives, then positives, because let me just go negatives first. See, the thing about, it's not even really negatives, because the movie was a very good film. Like, there's nobody's going to watch Skyfall and going to come out of the movie saying it's not good.
The film was good, alright? It was good.
Yes, it's good. Now, these are my things, right? Half Hope flapped his lips earlier in this talkback episode and said that, took it to new areas and new risks. What are you talking about, Half Hope? This is good old James Bond. Like, this is basically, they took the movie back. It's a nostalgic film.
I've never seen a finale like that in any James Bond film.
Yeah, your face. Because you're not thinking about the old times. Yes, of course.
Oh, tell me a James Bond film that had that kind of
pause.
finale.
Let me just, you see, the thing about it is this, right? This is 2012. That scene, of course you're not going to get that in the old movies because it wasn't 2012.
What?
They're now the era of, no, it is correlating with the times. I'm still saying there have been the big shootouts, the big finales of James Bond movies. It's just that the nature of this one was different based on the times. I'm talking about the overall structure of the film. This movie was a nostalgic film. It was a movie about bringing back a lot of the old elements of James Bond films that have been missing from some of the recent installments and even from over the last decade even. Whereby you had things like bringing back the old Aston Martin with the ejector seats from the Sean Connery era, and having that, this is spoilers guys, spoilers if you haven't seen it, and having the thing blow up was like almost symbolic of like moving into the new eras. You're having a very young Q coming in, obviously, and the fact that, you're too young to be Q, wow, this is changing times. The dialogue was doing that. The idea that you're transitioning from the old M to a new M, the fact that you've got Miss Moneypenny and she's black now. I mean, a lot of things that they're just like, we're giving you old, but we're now showing you how we're connecting today's mentality and the new phase with the old school. You know what I'm saying? That was what this was. That's not what Casino Royale was. Casino Royale is a movie, right? And this is the key for me. If it wasn't called James Bond, you could watch that film and it's a great movie about a spy. You need to know. Hey, look, I'm talking my talk. This is the Mac. You need to know James Bond to fully appreciate Skyfall, which is great. That's fine. If you're a James Bond fan, of course you're going to watch Skyfall. Like, oh my God, because it alludes to so much nostalgia, which is fine. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But for me personally, Casino Royale, like I was talking to Half Hope yesterday, and Half Hope was like, as usual, whenever Half Hope goes to watch a movie, he comes back and it's the best movie of the year. That's what Half Hope does.
I didn't say that about Prometheus.
Yeah,
I didn't say that about Rises.
Yeah, cheers. So
No, did I say that about Rises?
Okay, look, because you're
Did I say that about Prometheus? Did I say that about Prometheus? No, just no answer. Did I say that about Prometheus?
Okay, anyway.
No, you can't make statements that don't make any sense.
You probably did.
Okay, so you can't make that don't make any sense.
Okay, look, yes, okay, Half Hope, thank you. So, I was speaking to Half Hope yesterday, and then Half Hope was like how Skyfall might be the best James Bond of all time. But it was like, I'm not sure, maybe Goldfinger, but I was like, whoa, so you forgot from Russia with Love, Dr. No, those movies. I was like, okay.
It's better than all of them.
Look, Half Hope, that's your business, because you're young. You're a youngster.
It's better than all of those films.
You're very young.
No, but wait, but what does it have to do with age when it's just a film that everybody sees?
When last did you see Russia with Love?
Do you know, I live in England. They show these films on reruns on ITV.
Yeah, okay, good for you. Now,
so it's like,
Now, the thing is this, right? And this is why I said that the movie was good, and I'm not going to dispute that. Look, to me, it is very much connected to the old James Bond, the Sean Connery ones and everything. And it was like a modern version of those older movies, like really giving you a lot of the elements that made James Bond a popular film for the era and for an enduring film over the decades. Casino Royale, for me, and what Half Hope said yesterday was that, Casino Royale, it didn't even really have a bad guy. And I was like, yeah, the French guy, Le Chiffre, was the bad guy, but he wasn't really a conventional James Bond bad guy because He wasn't like this overreaching with a grand master plan type thing. And I said, yeah, but that's what made Casino Royale so good to me was it was actually a film about James Bond, the man. It was actually about him. So you were really looking about his vulnerabilities, his psychology, what he wanted, his identity, all of these sorts of things that you really didn't get from any other James Bond film except on Her Majesty's Royal Secret Service with George Lazenby, which is sort of overlooked, but was the only other one that you sort of got a little bit of insight into the guy. This movie, Skyfall, is classic James Bond. Like, he is just cold. The guy is just cold. And that's not a problem, because that's how James Bond has really been for 99% of his films, other than Casino Royale and Her Majesty's Secret Service. Like,
actually, can I respond? Because you've been, you know...
Okay, yes, okay, go on.
No,
yes, okay,
look, I mean, obviously, basically, I mean, wait, what time are we on now? Okay, we're still good. Basically, look, we've got about, give or take, about 6 minutes.
All right, go.
6, 7. No, I mean, look, I mean, basically, I just think that it's, for me, I've never been a James Bond fan. I've been more of a Sean Connery fan, really. So when I look at something like Skyfall, I don't view it through like, oh, I'm a James Bond, through the James Bond fan sense, you know. But the thing with Skyfall is like, I just think that, you know, what Sam Mendes did, the way he constructed the film, it left a bigger impression on me than, let's say, Casino Royale. Because when I watched Casino Royale, literally, because I've only seen Casino Royale once, and after I watched that film, I was like, I've pretty much forgotten everything that happened in the film. You know, so there was nothing about Casino Royale that felt like it could live with you. So this doesn't have anything to do with it being a Bond film or looking at it just as a film on itself, as on its own merits. That's the whole Bond thing with it. It just didn't have any weight to it, apart from, oh wow, Daniel Craig was really good, and the villain, he had a really good aura, but it just felt like, yeah, okay, what actually happened? Even when it's ended, you're like, okay, is that it? Okay, yeah. But with Skyfall, man, it just felt like whoa, you know, again, spoilers, when you actually see what happens to, I think, is it M or Q? Who's Judi Dench? Is she M?
M.
So who is Naomi Harris?
X.
Wait, Q, wait, M. Wait.
Money Penny, man. Naomi Harris is Money Penny.
Who is Judi Dench?
Q. No, M. She's M.
Who is Q?
The young guy, the youth.
And... Okay, okay, so because I thought Naomi Harris was M, short for Money Penny, but she's just Money Penny.
And you call yourself, who are you, Half Hope?
Oh, wow.
You thought Money Penny was M?
Look, I just thought it was short for... Look, I'm not a James Bond fan. So basically, look, I mean, yeah, when you just see what happened to M at the end, and just the way the whole ending was done, and just the kind of chemistry and the face between Daniel Craig and Javier Bardem's character, the whole scene in the
tube. Thing about what you're saying, because you say that, but then you forget the Eva Green arc in Casino Royale.
It's washed over me, man. It's washed.
That's just why what you're saying is just, you're so biased against Casino Royale, and I remember how biased.
How can I be biased against it?
You were biased against it when you watched it.
Based on what?
All the things you're talking about that you like about this thing were amplified in Casino Royale.
How can I be biased against Casino Royale? For what? What was the basis to be biased against it?
Who knows?
No. That has to be a basis for me to be biased against it. That doesn't make any sense.
Who knows? I'd have to go to your brain. Why do you love Button?
No. If somebody is biased against something, it is based on...
Biased against Nolan.
Biased against... I'm not biased against... How am I biased against... I'm biased against Bay, you know, yeah. Someone like Michael Bay, yes, I'm biased against Michael Bay because any film that Michael Bay brings that, I'll always be biased against it because of what he did to Transformers.
But you paid to watch 2 of Michael Bay's movies.
Oh, no, I paid for year one. So the money didn't go to him.
Oh, okay.
No, but the thing is that with Casino Royale, it's like, basically, it's just a case of,
let me just quickly say the strengths and then the good things about Skyfall that I thought were good. One thing was, finally they did a bad guy that had personal motivations. That is something that James Bond lacks a lot of the time, is that a lot of the bad guys have this overreaching world domination plan. This guy just wanted revenge on one person. And they explained why, and it was very easy to understand why he'd go through such lengths to try and kill M. So it was a much more personal story for the villain, because you felt that you really could just sort of feel like this guy really hates this woman and he wants to make her suffer and he wants to kill her, as opposed to like, oh, I just want to imagine if we could control all computers in the world, or imagine if we could have all this money. I mean, it had nothing to do with money, it had nothing to do with anything other than revenge. And that was actually very clean and very interesting to do it that way. Second point was, it was very nice how they finally stopped the whole shaky cam action thing, because I could actually see what was going on. You know, there was actually a fight scene that didn't actually have an edit in it, in the skyscraper. It was just a single shot fight scene, which you haven't really seen that since like the 90s. Like, you know, the 90s was the last time that they really did fight scenes where it was just constant. And the reason being that in the 90s was the last time you had action guys who actually were the fighters themselves. So you didn't have to edit around actors to make it look like that they could fight. So that was actually good. I mean, it was sort of hidden because it was in the shadows in Skyfall, but that was good that I could see the action. The cinematography was amazing. And
Roger Deakins.
I found that it's Roger Deakins. What do you say?
Yeah, I said Roger Deakins.
Yeah, so I found out what Roger Deakins that did it, and then it made sense, because obviously anybody who knows who the guy is, then you know why it looks that good. So, yeah, man, like, the first shot was amazing. Like, the first shot, when it was fuzzy focus, and then it just came out with the music. I was like, whoa, man, this actually, who filmed this thing? The whole first sequence. So that in and of itself elevated the movie, because the movie was just very well filmed, you know, and the cinematographer has to get a lot of praise for that. So well done, Roger. That was very, very well done by Roger Deakins. Other than that, I like the references to the old school Bond. I'm not really a James Bond fan per se, but I'm a Roger Moore guy, which is also interesting, because I was the guy doing James Bond for my era. But that was that. And other than that, let me think. Music was average. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't that great. The Skyfall theme, when I now finally heard it, it proved my point. It's not better than Chris Cornell's theme. Chris Cornell's theme is the most underrated James Bond theme of all of them. I'm like, that theme was great, and so was the intro. This one was really good, but it was so overrated, and I gave a reason why. I said, Adele is the first person to do a theme since Shirley Bassey that tried to do it like Shirley Bassey. That's why it hits a chord with so many people. It's the first person who, it's not a pop song like people have done, or rock, or alternative, or R&B, or whatever. It's actually like she made a song that was very close to Shirley Bassey's one, and the music around the Shirley Bassey era of the kind of music that like Nancy Sinatra made, and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh man, so it's a time. We need to wrap it up pretty soon, man.
Alright, look, so my last word is that, look, Skyfall was very good. It's already made a lot of money. It's probably going to make a hell of a lot more money. I think the world of movies, like, things are so low that guys call everything the best thing in the world. It's already like top 250 movies of